Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Insularis Draco. It's the Roman disaster campaign. Arg is okay, is the current save game. Because previously, we got a bit of a breather. We got a little bit of a reprieve from the nonsense. We threw the Saxons back into the sea as they once again attempted to take one of my coastal settlements. We managed to buy peace with the Visigoths at some expense. And for the moment, therefore, our only real enemies are the eastern tribes who have yet to really kind of make contact with, and the Saxons. And of course, these random rebel settlements in Western Gaul that we're in the process of trying to reintegrate back into our teeny tiny empire. As we speak,
an honor,
good old Johnny boy here, he's laying siege to Constantina. How many turns left for this? 3 turns left for this siege. It is the winter of 468 AD. The fall, in air quotes, of Western Rome. It's a complicated subject. That's why we're using air quotes. The fall, the traditionally accepted fall of the Western Roman Empire is due to occur in 476. So not very far away from now. And sometime after that, I believe we are scheduled to have a little bit of a betrayal incident with the Franks. They're going to look at us and go, well, it's free real estate, and then just start marching all over us. The backstabbing will be happening relatively soon, so that's something we've got to contend with. The other thing we've got to contend with is that eventually our unit roster is going to change to a post-Roman one, because as the Western Empire starts to fall further and further apart, we will no longer be able to maintain our recruiting standards and keep recruiting traditional Roman units, legionaries, all that stuff. Not that they've been very good, frankly. I've been thoroughly underwhelmed with the performance of our legionaries in this campaign. They're really just not up to snuff. And our unit roster will change to a different one, a slightly more speculative one. And I'm actually I'm dead curious to see what it's like. I'm kind of looking forward to that happening. The structure of our barracks and stuff will change as well, because as it stands at the moment, once we build a higher level barracks, we lose access to the lower tier units, whereas post reforms, it'll work more traditionally. You know, we'll get a high level barracks and we'll still have access to all the lower tier stuff. So our recruitment options may actually expand once that happens in most of our cities. It's going to be interesting.
Yes,
that's for damn sure. Is this place writing or is it? No, the little logo is orange. They're really pissed off, but we're just about keeping order. Militia tower. Let's build a militia tower, actually, yeah. Increase our law bonus a little bit. Still trying to get Monasteriolum under control and the public order department. It has been very difficult. Hieronymus is pretty much the only thing keeping this village together. And it is a village, apparently. It is just a village with a population of 2,500 people, but 2,500 extremely unruly, rowdy people, as it turns out. So yeah, that's about the shape of things. Marcianus has about a half stack of Roman troops at the moment. He's wandering along the southern frontier at the moment with the Visigoths. I've basically got him on watchtower building duty at the moment, so we can peep over the border and look at the Visigoths and see what they're doing. Who's this governing Tricassus at the moment? Eoaldus Alanus. He's governing Tricassus with the skeleton of an army over here that survived that utterly Pyrrhic victory along the road west to Senones some turns ago when we lost it to the Burgundians, and the Burgundians look like they're about to lose it to the Visigoths, so sucks to be them, I guess. At the moment, our finances are looking okay-ish. Got like virtually no money left in the bank at the moment, but the problem is we can't really support much of an army at the moment, and it's making defending our territory and retaking new territory incredibly hard. Fighting the Visigoths was just sort of a bit of a non-starter, really. I don't know what I was supposed to do to try and deal with like 7 full stacks of troops that are quite honestly better than ours, man for man. So
Yes, noble
we made
sire.
peace with them, especially considering you can't like permanently beat the Visigoths. You can't wipe them out in this campaign. If you take all their settlements and destroy all their armies, new ones will spawn on the southern border, and you'll just start all over again, back at square one. So I felt it was more prudent to simply, you know, just bloody make peace with them, you know. Just try and coexist.
Orders.
We also managed to track down old Frankie boy,
I have nothing to say to you.
It was-
scum.
who finally decided to leave us and become a bandit in the wilderness
Was that your best shot?
with his Germanic veterans and his little bodyguard cav. Brigand bodyguard they've been downgraded to now. I think we shall have to... I sent these 13 spear bearers out on a little scouting mission, and yeah, we're gonna have to crush Frankie, as much as it pains me. We're going to have to destroy him. Also, there's Saxons laying... I say laying siege. They're blockading one of my ports right now, which is irritating.
Ships ready.
I can't move this fleet because they're actually currently being retrained. But once they are retrained, I'm probably going to sail them down the coast here to eliminate these annoying Saxons. Speaking of annoying Saxons, actually, I think we recently also discovered the Saxons have a settlement out here somewhere, which I will be looking at trying to take if I can. The Dumnonians are hanging around down here. They've been sniffing about to the south of Constantina. But so far I haven't really done much. They live over here, the Dumnonians. They kind of live here and also over here in Britain. They're them and the Cornubians are a bit weird like that. They have territory on both sides of the channel. So,
My lord.
there's our little spy, Laurentius, just hanging out, keeping an eye on things.
Approaching quietly.
In fact,
With discretion, sire. Approaching quietly.
I wonder if he can track down that town. If we just follow the roads, we should get to it eventually. Anyway, I don't think there's much else left to do on this turn, unless there's something really major I'm missing, but I don't think there
Hail
is.
my king.
I don't believe there is. See upkeep on these Lady Germanici, these Germanic bondmen. Like 300 upkeep. They're kind of rubbish, but they're really cheap. And I've been wondering if some of our money problems couldn't maybe be solved a little bit by starting to recruit more Germanic units. I've so far avoided it really because the Germanic recruitment building obviously comes with a big public order debuff, but it gives you access to Lati Germanici and Sagittari Germanici, bondmen and archers, and then you can upgrade it from there. I think if we go to the building browser. It's been here somewhere. Local Germanic levy. You can upgrade it to Foederati Germanici, which then gives you access to a whole load of other Germanic units. And then Mercenari Germanici, which gives you access to loads of other stuff, like the Batavian Warband, for example. And I'd have to do a bit of an in-depth stats and cost comparison, but I do wonder if maybe these Germanic units that I have been so far pretty much avoiding would not be more cost-effective alternatives to our slightly underwhelming legionaries, who statistically seem to be quite good and yet consistently disappoint in every battle we fight, and have a monstrous upkeep of 800 per unit. So, you know, it's like, would I rather have 83 Hastati Comitatensis, or would I rather have, I don't know, 250 spear bondsmen who can hold a battle line you know, they're squishier, they're going to die faster, and their morale isn't as good, but they're going to be able to hold a battle line relatively well. Yeah, I don't know, you know, because a lot of these guys seem to die in every battle anyway. It's not like their armor seems to be doing them much good, quite frankly. They've got armor 10 and shield at 8, and yet tons of them seem to die to ranged missile fire anyway. So, aren't you tracking down an annoying merchant with an assassin last stream? We
Need someone removed.
Yes, this guy here,
Oui, mon ami? New
Bodillo
ventures to trade?
of the Harudos. Yeah, Mamurta's our assassin. He's currently giving pursuit. We've been on a little bit of an assassination spree at the moment, trying to take out all these Frankish merchants that are causing me issues.
Daughter of the Crown.
Oh, and we have a little princess as well. Ennia Syagrius, 16 years old, an utter snob. Yeah, we've got her hanging about as well. She came of age.
Am I to win over hearts or heads?
I don't really know what to do with her, to be honest with you.
Sire. How shall I represent our people?
I'll send her back into town for now. I believe she's the sister of Afranius. Is that correct? Yeah. She's Afranius' sister. His eldest sister, anyway. There's also Sextia, Afrania, Syagrius, and Proculus, his younger brother. They've both yet to come of age, but will do relatively soon. Marry her off. But to who? That's the thing. What do we stand to gain? We don't, really.
An
Might
honor,
as well use her
sire.
as a glorified diplomat for a while.
Yes, Your Highness. My lord.
Alright, end turn. The Visigoths? Why would I marry her to the Visigoths? We already have an alliance with the Visigoths. We gain nothing from that. Yeah, we have an alliance with the Visigoths. Thought we only had a non-aggression pact. Well, in Medieval 2, an alliance practically is a non-aggression pact. At the end of the day, in fact, there is no such thing as a non-aggression pact in Medieval 2. There's alliance and there's nothing. That's basically how it works. Saint Austol emerges. Saint Austolus is said to have been brought into Christianity by his close friend Saint Mewan, who became his godfather when he was baptized. The two became inseparable, and after they were both ordained, lived together in a monastery in Brittany along with Saint Samson. Alarmed by tales of the growth of heresy in Britain, Austol has arrived in Dumnent, determined to spread the word of God. Yes, those damn Powesians have been spreading a little bit of heresy up there, haven't they? Powys is still number 1 in military. They are top dogs military-wise on the map at the moment. The Franks, the Salian Franks specifically, that's the blue guys up here, our neighbours. They are number 1 financially. God knows how. We're number 1 for production and provincial population, and overall we're 4th, with Powys at number 1. Imagine that. Being outranked by a petty British king. Right, 468 AD, the consulship of Anthemius without colleague. This year was filled with such catastrophic woe, it is hard to know how to account for it. Oh, good. For a change, you mean? The chain of calamities began somewhat auspiciously when the Emperor Leo assembled a vast fleet at Constantinople of over 1,100 ships, carrying 100,000 men to destroy the Vandals. In conjunction with Leo, Anthemius of the West dispatched a Roman expedition from Ostia under the command of Marcellinus to expel the Vandals from Sicily and retake Sardinia, which they achieved. Sensing victory was nearing, the eastern general Heraclius of Edessa landed on the Libyan coast east of Carthage and marched towards the city across Tripolitania. But no sooner were Roman spirits raised than they were cruelly dashed Alas, against the blackened rocks of Cape Bon, the vile dog Gyseric utterly defeated the Roman navy using fire ships to destroy fully 700 imperial galleys. Admiral Basiliscus escaped with his surviving fleet to Sicily, but was harassed all the way by Moorish pirates. As if things could not get worse, General Marcellinus was murdered in Sicily, and Heraclius was left to fight alone. The Romans' calamity appeared complete when Dengizic, son of Attila the Hun, sent embassy to Constantinople demanding money. Where's my money, bitch? Leo, by now almost demented, offered the Huns settlement in Thrace in exchange for recognition of his authority, but Dengizic refused and crossed the Danube. However, in a sign that God has not yet utterly forsaken his people, the Roman forces under Anagast defeated the Huns in battle at the Utus River. Dengizic, or Dengizic, however we're pronouncing it today, was ignominiously killed and his head paraded through the streets of Constantinople atop a pike amid scenes of frenzied rejoicing. Before the year was finished, the Vandals reconquered Sicily and other areas they had briefly lost during the Roman offensive. Oh dear. Okay. Council of Nobles wants me to make contact with the Ulstermen.
Sire.
Have we already talked to Strathclyde? I forget.
You have a proposition for our people?
Yeah, we have trade rights with them.
Until next time.
Yes, sire.
Alright, this way then.
Stopping here, sire.
Bastion of civilization. Our realm is now truly the most advanced in the world. No other people can claim to have so rich a culture or so many a wise scholar to further their people's greatness. It is a blessing to be the civilized ones in a world so full of heresy and disorder. I've never really been entirely clear how the game measures that. Maybe it's just like your province development level or something, like how high level your cities are. Or maybe it's based on total population, or I have no idea. Okay. Buildings built. Ships retrained. Oh, there's a Salian Frankish fleet over there. Right, are those annoying Saxons still around? No, they've actually buggered off. That's good, I suppose?
Hail, my king.
Right, Marcianus.
With honor, sire. If you insist, my liege.
Build me a watchtower there, and then withdraw, because we don't want to hang out too close to the border. It makes the AI
vigil over the lands.
a bit skittish and what have you.
At your service.
Sire, I have nothing to say to you, scum. Was that your best
We probably
shot?
should deal with Frankish, but
to fight thee, not to
it's not
banter.
really a high priority.
An honor,
There's 2 more
sire.
turns left for this siege. I'm wondering if we should just begin the assault or wait it out. We're not really in that much of a rush right now, I suppose. So I guess we can wait it out.
Sire.
Let's continue
Of course, sire.
trying to find a Cornubian trader over there, apparently. Interesting.
I am Spencer.
Still can't find this damn
I shall continue
Saxon town.
tomorrow. I shall continue tomorrow, sire.
Right, we've got a bit more money on our hands to reinvest. No, let's not build a mine if it doesn't get us anything. Slavers Field? We've built virtually every other like decent money-making building at this point in most of our cities. We are really just down to building Slavers Fields to try and improve income at the cost of some public order. Slavers Market. Yeah, it's definite improvement in income, that's for sure. I don't think there's anything else that's better. There's River Harbour. It's like income bonus 75, trade increase 20%, but there is actually no trade increase when you queue it up. It remains 7,228 from trade. It seems like these percentage bonuses to trade increase don't really stack after a certain point. So could build serfs, give us a bit of extra population growth and extra public order. Weirdest thing is, though, even though we've got the highest level of taxation on in most of our cities, we are still getting positive population growth, which is unusual in this game. Yeah, let's build a slavers market. Magistrate's Hall maybe in Soissons? This is our capital after all. Can we get anything from a mining network here? Not a lot, really. Yeah, like an extra 50 a turn. That's rubbish. Slavers Field it is. Yeah, that's a huge increase. Right, where's my assassino? There he is.
Need someone
Mamertus.
Name thy target, sire. Rest assured, sire, he won't hear a thing.
Next turn. Always one step ahead of us, that bastard. Oh my god, I didn't notice that the treasure chest actually gave you plus 15% public order due to happiness. That's a no-brainer. We should have built that ages ago. It's also a requirement for you to get a barracks up and running, but we don't really need a barracks in Monasteriolum, frankly. There's not a lot of recruitable population there. Age 20, you won several battles in Age of Empires 2. In easy mode. If you ever feel self-conscious about how much you have or have not achieved in life,
Yes, noble sire.
it's worth remembering that Julius Caesar in his early 20s had an absolute mental breakdown because he didn't think he was achieving as much as Alexander the Great did by his age. It's all relative. There's always a bigger fish.
Hail, my king.
Right. Laborious. You sent those Saxons packing in magnificent style. We got to see the debut of the onagers in action as well, which was quite lovely. The question is now, though, dude, what do we do with you? Where should I send you? Should I leave you here in this neighborhood to just lock down the coast? That's the thing I'm thinking. Even though you've got probably our best army. Do we have anywhere nearby that can recruit proper legionaries? Because if anything, some of his units could do with being retrained at the moment. I'm sure we can recruit him in Paris, can't we? Yeah. Tell you what, we'll do then. We'll pop you on a boat and we'll sail you down the river, down the Seine, to Paris to get retrained.
Until morning, sire. We can go no further this day, sire.
This may not be a very exciting episode, unfortunately. There's not a lot going on at the moment.
An honor, sire.
Famous last words. I know, but still. At least it's not quite as slow as my Europa Barbarorum campaign I'm doing at the moment. Off camera, I've got an EB2 campaign going at the moment as the Roman Republic. And I shit you not, like the last 15 turns has just been me occasionally building a building and then hitting the end turn button. Because assimilating new territory, once you've taken it, takes so long in that mod. We need to showcase EB2 on the channel one of these days, because it is, when it comes to the Medieval 2 modding world, EB2 is something of the elephant in the room. And the only reason I've not showcased it on the channel yet is kind of out of a desire to almost preserve the best till last. Because it is an absolutely incredible, phenomenal mod. from
My
a
lord.
purely technical perspective, I think it might probably be the best mod for Medieval 2. Might even be the best Total War mod, period.
Ships ready.
So, one of these days I will showcase it on the channel, but as I said, kind of saving the best till last on that one. But I've been playing it off camera quite a bit lately, but it is a really, really, really slow mod. Luckily, it has a lot of cool role-playing elements that allow you to, you know, that you can mess around with to sort of pass the time when you're not fighting wars, which is one of the things I like about it. If anything, if I could think of anything that would maybe improve this mod a little bit, is if it would be if it actually included some of those elements, some of the more role-playing-ish bits of it. Also maybe a supply system for armies. There are some elements a bit like that included in the other campaigns in this mod. If you play the Britain campaign or the Julian, the Apostate campaign, you get seasonal effects like where recruitment slows down in the winter or whatever, movement slows down, and there's other cool mechanics at play that aren't in the main campaign here. But yeah.
An honor, sire.
It'd be cool to have some like character role-playing mechanics where you have to like educate them past a certain age. They hold different political offices and stuff like that. Because that's one of my favorite things about EB2.
Orders. I have nothing.
Emil,
to
thank
say
you very
to
much for 27 months of subbage, by the way. Welcome back. We've been playing EB mod in Rome Remastered. The unofficial port of it, yeah, that's not bad either.
My lord.
That's pretty good too.
An honor, sire.
I was about to say, before I have another wave of barbarian spawns 5 full stacks. Have fun, player. Yeah. Mostly at the moment, now that we're on good friendly terms with the Goths, mostly what I'm worried about is further Saxon raids, scripted ones. And I'm worried about what's going to happen when the Franks decide to betray us. Oh, this doesn't sound good. Because, I mean, the Franks betraying us will be a struggle in and of itself, but I worry that the Franks are going to get a bunch of spawn scripted full stacks on our border. Or something to really rub it in. And because if that happens, then we're truly in the shit. If they just betray us and they have their existing armies to work with, then that's not quite so bad. That feels much more manageable. But if they decide to betray us and as part of a scripted event they have a whole bunch of armies spawned for free, that might be the death knell of this campaign. Anyway, the Goths raid Armorica. Catastrophe strikes for the Bretons of Armorica. Theudians, Iberreichs, the king of the Gutens, has decided to take on the cities of Gaul once more. He has retaken the southern province of Septimania and has now sent an invasion force north over the Liger, threatening to take the regions of Armorica by sea and land. His funds are vast, his soldiers many, and his resolve steely. Who but the mightiest Briton war leader can stop them? The Visigoths will no doubt plunder and raise, but God forbid they establish a provisional capital in the region. When that happens, their advance will surely be unstoppable. And I wonder if that's popped up because they finally took this. But then again, Armorica's over here, isn't it, somewhere? So, okay, I'm genuinely curious now. I'm gonna toggle foe and see what's going on. Where's that damn town, by the way? Oh yeah, there it is.
My Sultan insists you are a man of honor.
My Sultan. Oh dear, the poor mixed up voice files.
Tomorrow's
I haven't found a way to fix that yet.
I shall continue
Yeah,
tomorrow,
this Saxon
sire.
refuge fort here, that's going to be next on our shit list. Assuming maybe these guys don't get to it first. Oh look, there's a little random village of unaligned Britons over there. I could theoretically take that if I wanted to. How amusing. Reminds me of the little village from Asterix. Anyway, I don't see any. Unless that's... Oh, hello. Saxons are laying siege to this little town here. I didn't even know this existed, this town. Just down the river here from Andicarvis. Look at that. These might be more freshly spawned Gothic stacks here over these over here. I feel like the Goths did not manually move those over. Because the stuff they came onto the map with seems to all be over here. So I think the Goths have just had a bunch of extra units spawn. Extra stacks spawn over here. Which is, for the moment, is honestly okay, because that basically means they're the Saxons' problem and not mine. So we are, wait, what? Visigoth, war. Oh, have we got some bullshit happening? We got some script bullshit? We have got some script bullshit happening. The game has decided, no, you can't be allied with the Visigoths, you have to be at war with them.
My lord,
hi guys.
We shall listen to your proposal, but do not expect.
Oh, fuck. Okay, that goes back to balanced if we do that.
How could we refuse?
Okay.
Well, that seemed fruitful. Farewell, Your Majesty.
Right. I hate it when mods do that. That's actually really annoying. I'm not gonna lie. That pisses me off when that happens. The script kicks off. Basically, we were at peace and allies with the Goths, and then a scripted event like that kicks off, and as part of it, the game resets your diplomatic status to at war. In spite of what we'd already done previously, which, yeah, ticks me off. I hate it when mods do that. Europa Barbarorum 2 does that sometimes as well. It really irritates me. Relations improved with the Boricum, really. I'm amazed that Boricum still exists. Last I checked, they had one town left and it was under siege. Okay, so we're no longer allied with them, but we are at least at peace with them.
My liege.
Still. Fucking hell, man.
Yes. We can go no further, my lord.
Irritating stuff. Right, one turn left for that. They'll probably sally forth or just capitulate when I hit end turn. It's particularly annoying because they weren't like even remotely close to my territory either. They were invading Armorica down here. So why on earth should that make them go to war with me? It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Anyway.
Sir, just name the target, my lord.
He dead. Another merchant taken care of. Oh, I said don't show this movie type again.
Need someone removed, sir.
Your boy's leveling up. Now Merchant's the Slayer he is now. I wonder if there's any more fresh targets. Okay, I don't much care for this.
Our dignitaries will receive you.
Get off my land, Mr. Gundahar. Although I've noticed that the Franks have a Saxon problem again. The Saxons took Terrawana again. So, have fun dealing with that, Franks. Not my problem. Although, do I smell an opportunity here? Maybe.
Sire. Of course, sire. Approaching quietly.
How quickly could we get an army up there?
Planned out, sire.
Fleet ready, sire.
We've got Afranius and his slightly shite army.
With honor, sire. My liege.
Hire a few mercenaries to beef it out the army a little bit.
Ships ready. A fine day. An honor, sire. Of course, sire. Boarding the ship.
Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm thinking we get Afranius up the coast and we try and take this this city while it's under Saxon control, out from under the Franks' noses. I imagine they won't be terribly happy about that, but fuck them. Frankly, they're going to betray us anyway. Frankly. You see what I did there?
Sir. On my way. Tomorrow's journey planned out, sir.
Yes, my liege. At your service.
Bloody hell, 592 silver per season. This man is making an absolute killing on all that fish, isn't he?
My lord.
Unreasonably expensive fish. Okay, that siege will be resolved shortly.
Yes, my liege.
My liege.
Marcianus has done his movement for this. I want him to build another watchtower down here at some point, and probably keep working his way along this frontier to build more of them. Just so we can get more eyes on what's going on in the south.
Yes, my lord.
We've already done our diplomacy with the Visigoths that we can. Look at this army here. This terrible little army that's mostly just eating up my damn defense budget and not achieving a lot else. But I suppose it does deter the enemy from attacking it a little bit. I wonder if we shouldn't disband some of it. Some of the mercenary units, at least. Because we can rehire more of them in greater numbers if necessary. So I'll free up some funds.
Need someone removed, sir.
Okay. Oh, I forgot about my little diplomat. Oops. Seems fishy to you. Best thing CIA did was remove assassin movies. Yeah, those were pretty great. And they were a feature of the very first Total War game as well. The original Shogun Total War had those agent movies, and they were fantastic. But they removed them immediately, and when they released Medieval Total War. So it's always been a kind of frequently disappearing feature. That they weren't in Medieval, they weren't in Rome. They came back in Medieval 2, then they disappeared in. Well, did they disappear in Empire? I don't remember. I feel like there were some videos in Empire because you had the duel with the two gentlemen you could do. So Empire is a question mark. I just don't remember. Napoleon, I don't think had any. Shogun 2 did have them, and they were glorious. Rome 2 did not have any. Attila did not have any. They pretty much haven't had any since. All right, these guys want to sally forth.
Honor and glory.
Let's squish them.
England men, attack!
England? What's this? Rome 2 had one for slave revolts. Yeah, it did, didn't it? But it didn't have anything for agents.
Units, await my orders.
Oh, I need to do a couple of things. The usual. Battle HUD. Oh, unit detail is on high. Okay, good. Alright. Drop the siege equipment. This army's looking increasingly ragtag these days, isn't it? Well, ladies and gentlemen, yet another siege sally battle. You guys are just going to charge straight into us? Or are you missile cavalry? Looks like they're missile cavalry. You're about to get some missiles in return, though. The Biscuit Eaters have got their javelins at the ready. Can't remember, there's one unit of you that one of these frontline units has skirmish mode, but I don't think it's enabled by default at the moment. Those are my Hun Lancers, aren't they? Go and kill those rabble. You guys are promoted cavalry or melee cav as well.
Flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
You guys gonna be able to get a proper charge off?
Enemy are badly bloodied.
Looks like no.
They've lost half their men.
Doesn't seem to matter though.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Smash. Yeah, the charge was somewhat interrupted there by the routing enemies. Let's try that again, shall we? That was not as effective as I would have liked it to be, but they are routing. What's happened to the promoted cav? Where have they got to? They're actually inside the walls. Marvellous. I think their general's over there. He is, yeah.
By St. George! Our men no longer command the city.
Oh god, one of them got taken out by the general. Oh, he's got another one. There's rebel generals on a killing spree. He's actually cutting down a lot of my guys right now. That's disturbing.
Good tidings.
And he's gone.
The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
There's only 10 of these guys left now. You better skedaddle. Oh, here we go. The Huns have arrived. They'll sort this out. Remember that time I deliberately sent these guys into the town square to die and they just refused and killed everybody? That was pretty legendary stuff. See if they can do it again.
By St. George, our men have taken control of the city.
You playing with your food there, mate? You gonna kill this guy or what? There we go, finally.
Very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Dead.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have
that
won
taken care
here
of.
today.
"50 men lost. That's not bad, you know. Quite a lot of those were healed as well.
By God's will, we have triumphed.
Peacefully occupy.
God be praised. He has granted us victory.
469 AD, nice. Consulship of Marcianus and Zeno. In this year, the Vandals turned their attention to the east and invaded Epirus, but were expelled from the Peloponnese. In retaliation for the resistance of brave Greeks, the impious wretches took 500 hostages whom they slaughtered on the way back to Carthage. Meanwhile, King Euric of Hispania declares himself fully independent of the empire and extended Visigothic power, conquering many cities in diverse parts. Those Vandals, man, they were a piece of work, weren't they? Their name to this day, of course, lives in infamy in the English language. For a reason, as it turns out. Okay, more slaves fields built, treasure chest built. And time to get myself some money. Some money.
You hold us at ransom. Another proposition for us, then? This seems quite reasonable.
DRT underscore Welsh underscore accept underscore proposition.
Until we meet again, sire.
There we go. That is 3 extra grand in the bank for free. For doing basically nothing. I love it. Ulstermen. Goidelic people from the northeast of Ireland. The Ulstermen are not to be underestimated on the field of battle. Some interesting info there if you care to read it later. Kingdom encountered Dalriada. I guess that'll probably be our next diplomatic targets, eh? The Scots, ladies and gentlemen. And the kin of Nile as well. We got all of that from the trade of map info, didn't we? I like the little hill fort custom settlement model and stuff they've got for some of these bits over in Ireland here. These are really cool, quite cool. Right, I think the Scots are up here somewhere.
Impossible, my liege. As you wish.
Okay. We have Constantia, or Constantia, rather. Sorry. We don't even need to repair anything. That's pretty nice. We don't have an Orthodox church here. Wow. What a backwards place. Doesn't even have a church. It does have an Orthodox chapel, though. That's weird. Oh wait, no, the chapel's is the one that's lower on the building tree, isn't it? That's why that's there. Yeah, the church comes after you build the chapel. Okay, I thought it was the other way around for some reason. I don't know why. Truly don't know why. All right, let's get things off to a start by building a pub. That's the first thing we got to do. Make sure there's a pub. Make sure there's wine to keep the plebeians happy. You are being reconquered. Please do not resist.
Fleet ready, sir.
All right.
Landing party away, sire. An honor, sire.
Right, Liborius has arrived back at Paris, where we can start retraining his damn legionaries who took a bit of a battering at the hands of the Saxons. It looks like we might be able to give them some... we retrain the Burgundian nobles as well. They were MVPs in his last battle. They were. The Burgundian nobles are actually a really quality unit. I wonder if we can... I can't remember. Do we have like an armorer here? Got bloody everything, haven't we? We've got a scriptorium. We have a blacksmith, upgrades leather and padded cloth. Yeah, so I think we might be able to upgrade the armor of a lot of these units while we're here.
Hail, my king.
Right, you, Afranius. Gonna hire you a few extra... Ooh, biscuit eaters. They're so expensive, and yet they're so good. Right. I'm gonna start sailing you up this way. We're gonna see if we can... We're gonna see if we can get here and sneakily take this town before the Franks have a chance to do so.
Where to, sire?
Move this assassin up here and
Discretion,
use him to keep an eye on things for now.
Sire.
It looks like the Franks are marshalling some forces to try and take it back, but they're not doing it amazingly quickly. And there's a little over half a stack guarding Terrawana at the moment, which is mostly just, well, it's crap Saxon infantry that is not as crap as it looks, as we've discussed in the past. They not only seem to do very well in auto-resolve, these Saxon units, but also they do surprisingly well in actual real-time battles too.
Yes, Majesty.
Is there any other benefits to building a Late Germanic? It's literally just, yeah, it's just literally just the public order debuff, isn't it? And then access to these cheap units.
At your service, my lord.
Was that your best shot?
Wondering if we should send these guys up here to deal with Frankie, but
I am here
he does have a unit of cav, even though they're just brigand bodyguard. Don't have anything that's a very good hard counter to that available down here. These Germanic bondsmen do technically have spears, but they are weak as shit. They do crumble in the face of even a frontal cavalry charge, those guys.
Sire. Of course.
Alright, there we go. There's that Saxon fort we want to take out. Interesting mix of culture types for the buildings here. What is the 60% Orthodox, 37% heathen? Interesting. We might want to bring this priest over there in the fullness of time. He's converted this place to 95% Orthodox now, which is pretty good. But we still seem to have tons of religious unrest.
God's servant.
Yes, my liege.
But yeah, that's going to be Johnny Boy's next target. Is this place. Once we've quelled the population here a little bit. But we got another town. That's a big deal. That's good stuff.
An honor, sire.
That's more income. That's an extra, at the moment, only 414 per turn. But that will grow in time once we can get its economy up and running.
Yes, sire.
Marcianus, build
Yes,
me a watchtower, please.
This tower
Thank
will
you.
keep vigil over the lands. With honor, sire.
Right. Are there different regiments of Visigoths, like the rich teas and hobnobs? Yeah, you don't want to hire the rich teas, do you? You want the hobnobs, for sure. When hiring biscuit eaters. You want to make sure they're the right sort, don't you? I feel like Roman biscuits were probably more like American biscuits, though. To be fair, I don't know, just a hunch. I have not a shred of historical evidence to support that, but I don't know. For some reason, I reckon that Roman biscuits were probably more like the American sort, more akin to scones, really. Then again, they were supposed to be like hardtack biscuits or something they ate. They were like, you know, military ration type biscuits. So actually, maybe not. I'm not sure. Maybe it says in the, hold on. When in doubt, the unit description. Curses! Nothing in there about the biscuits. How annoying. I recognise that, I recognise that flavour text, right, by the way. This is from Invasio Barbarorum. This is a surviving piece of flavour text from the original Invasio Barbarorum mod from many years ago. They've changed it a little bit. The original unit was called Pedites not extraordinary, or was it? It was something like that. Was it Milite something? I forget exactly. But I remember these guys. They were a mercenary unit you could recruit in Invasio Barbarorum, and this Insularis Draco is based on an old version of Invasio Barbarorum 2, I think. That's how this mod came to be. It kind of, I think, started off as a sub-mod. Bit like Divide and Conquer over in Third Age Total War land. So that's why there's a few bits of flavor text in there. And then the IB2 developers probably just copied that text over from IB1. And then that's stuck around in Insularis Draco, and so yeah, it's kind of weird seeing that though. Because I remember that from my old Rome Total War modding days, that flavor text. Just vestigial bits of old mods surviving in new ones. The Total War modding iceberg, ladies and gentlemen. Right, nothing else to do this turn, I don't think. Oh, except for Mertus the Slayer. He moved like a tiny bit. What are you doing, Franks? Just shuffling around for now. Shuffling around in the woods, as you barbarians are wont to do. Saxons are going for a little walk, maybe doing some scouting. The Visigoths are... Man, this watchtower network we've set up is perfect. We've got really good visibility now on everything going along or on the border. I'm not so keen on what the heck is going on there. I didn't give you guys military access. What's that about? Suitable husband for Enya. Theodosius Pictaviensis. Command 3, Governance 3, Fealty 4, Gravitas 2. Good commander, sober, orthodox. I can't think of anything else really to do with her, so... Sure, I guess. He seems alright. Alright. Oh, we want us to get diplomatic relations with the River Franks. They're over there, are they? They're just on the other side of... They must have recently taken that. Well, that's annoying, because actually we could have used it to do that. That would have been perfect. Never mind, I guess I'll recruit a new messenger here in Remos. Yeah, what are you doing, dude? That's the king of the Visigoths right there. That's him, that's the king.
I am a warrior, not an emissary.
Lord of the West Goths. What are you up to?
Where to, sire?
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, thankfully it was successful. I thought I got this guy confused with my diplomat. Where's my diplomat? Here he is.
Might you have a proposition for us?
Our alliance generous, just like before. Alliance and then military access both ways? Would they go for that? Okay, they would. Alright, well, you guys have got military access now, so I guess you're officially allowed to be on my territory. Would have been nice if you'd asked first, though. Oh. We really are a joke, aren't we? Yeah, some of our units retrained over in Paris. That's good. Oh, some wars have broken out. The North Angles and Fife. Saxons and the Danes. Other Saxons, not our problem Saxons. The Saxons that are actually over in Saxony. Well, I don't know if they're actually in Saxony at this point, but over in Germany somewhere. The Ulstermen and the Kin of Nile. And the Kin of Nile and the Scotti are at war with each other. Good heavens. Okay, hopefully there won't be any more stupid scripted events that upset this alliance I've managed to renegotiate again.
My lord.
Okay, the pub in Constantia is now all built. Will the horse paddock get us anything financially in this town? It won't, will it? Not really. Workshops would make us a bit of dosh. I think I should probably focus still on public order buildings, though. Lati Britannici. That's the first time I've seen that, actually. That enables training of some Britain units. And interestingly, unlike the Germanic building equivalent, it doesn't give you a public order debuff. Mostly because these guys are natives here, I guess. They've been here for generations. They're not newcomers, so public order isn't disrupted. Of course, these watchmen are a bit of a rubbish unit, but presumably you might be able to upgrade that in future to some other stuff. Foresters, sail spears, they look alright. They look half decent. In fact, they're quite good. Defense 33, attack 12 for only 400 upkeep. That's a solid unit. They can form a shield wall. Bonus fighting cavalry, good morale, good stamina. Alright, that's something to consider. In the meantime, let's build a hospital, a valetudinarium. Get this town under control. Over in Paris, how's the army looking? Oh, now that's interesting. I don't think their armor was upgraded, but look, they have silver chevrons now. That is a noticeable stat difference. They've gone from attack 12 to attack 14, which is not bad at all. So it looks like if we retrain these guys, they will get an experience bonus. In addition to whatever else. Actually, yeah, let's retrain this biscuit eater bodyguard while we're at it. Okay, that's good. The finances are struggling a little at the moment, but we're just about managing. Alright, Afranius has arrived with his ragtag army of shore watchmen, a handful of legionaries, and quite a few mercenaries, as well as 15 promoted cavalrymen, and 22 Allen horsemen. Not a great army, but hopefully it will be enough to do the job. What I'm going to try and do is besiege the city and see if these guys come to aid, and then we can have a field battle. Or maybe the Franks will just squish him, I don't know. Just retraining biscuit eaters, teach them to eat a new biscuit type. Oh, if only it was so. The Burgundian nobles have been retrained as well, haven't they? I can't remember. Were they? I think they were below 20 men before we retrained them. I think they've been boosted back up to 20 men as a result of the retraining, haven't they? That's what it looks like to me, anyway. Anyway, it's a bloody good unit. Those. I'm glad we've got them. Right, what else needs doing? We don't have much money left in the bank at the moment. Piggy bank is virtually empty, so there's not much else I can do, I suppose, at this point. Except watch what the King of the Goths does on the end turn. I'm watching you, dude. Oh, we found the Scots. That's good. Back, did you miss anything big? I don't know when you left, to be honest, so I don't know. We took the most noteworthy thing really has been that we took Constantia, and a scripted event put me back at war with the Visigoths, but I have managed to renegotiate another alliance with them since then, and I'm hoping another scripted event doesn't pop up at some point to screw me over again, but it may well happen. Looks like they're still wiping out what's left of the Burgundians. They are moving troops into my territory. We have military access with them, so they're allowed. It looks like they're not interested in us, though, are they? They're headed off into Germania somewhere. Well, have fun, I guess. Off you pop. They're just passing through, it would seem. Oh, and a bunch of brigands just took down a watchtower. That's annoying. 470 AD, consulship of Severus and Iordanes. This year, the Visigoths extended their power into Gaul, and Odoacer united the Germanic tribes of northern Italia under his rule. Mamertus, Bishop of Vienna, introduces the Rogation Days, which consisted of a 3-day procession involving prayer to invoke God's mercy. You're going to need more than God's mercy to help you out with what's coming, mate. Ruling family report. Okay. Laborius has an abbess and a scribe. Probably picked that up because there's a scriptorium in Paris. Ah, yeah, that messenger.
Yes, my lord.
We need to go talk to the River Franks, don't we? They're over here.
My
And
lord.
hopefully get some free money from the council by doing so.
As you wish. Stopping here, sire.
Right.
An honor, sire.
Looks like they moved their troops back into the town. Okay. I'm going to hire these Lombard spear riders.
As you will,
Beef
my
our
king.
cavalry up.
To battle. Laying siege, noble sire.
Begin the
Besieging army
siege.
at
It
your
could be a long
command,
one.
sire. Ships ready. Fleet
I
ready.
think I'll leave
sire.
you guys hanging out here for now. Suppose you could blockade the packed Saxon port while you're about it. Why not? Right. Meanwhile,
Sir,
Mamertus.
as you will. Move into
I
position.
don't know what to do with you right now.
As you
There aren't any. Oh,
Continuing once on.
there's a
Name
merchant you
thy
can murder
target, sire.
in the next couple of
Not
turns.
possible, sir. Tomorrow's journey planned out, sir.
Sextia, Afranius, Agrius.
My
Oh,
lord.
I thought we married her off. We did, but she's still a playable unit. Oh, wait, no. It was Enya we married off. Sextia is still... She's just come of age. Okay, right. I was confused there. I got them mixed up because their portraits look almost identical. Yeah, no, okay, this is a different princess. Okay, jolly good. Right, you can hang
ready
out in
to
the capital
approach.
for now. Okay, looks like there's more Irish bullshit happening. Wow, the River Franks, very good relations apparently. I don't know how we managed that. The Thuringians they don't like us. And the Saxons' relations are abysmal. That's fair enough. The feeling's mutual. Right, where was that? There were some brigands that took down one of my watchtowers out around here somewhere. Where were they? Is it around here somewhere? I don't remember. I guess it can't have been that important a watchtower if I'm not seeing a gap in my line of sight that's bothering me.
Yes, noble sire. Yes, my liege. Making camp here, noble sire.
North of Ramos. Oh, over there. Ah, yeah. I'm not sure how bothered by that I am, really. We could dispatch Theodosius to go and deal with that, I suppose. He could
My
take
liege.
some archers
Among me,
and some bondsmen
Kaiser.
We shall continue tomorrow, my liege.
to go and
My liege.
sniff them out. Might as well. Leaving the capital virtually empty. But,
Hail, my king.
yeah, screw it. Why not? Go and hunt down some brigands. Speaking of hunting down brigands, these two are still having a staring contest.
Was that your best shot?
Don't have any money left to build anything here now, do we? Except for the toilets. We'll build some loos. Alright, I think that's all she wrote for this turn. The Irish Thunderdome, yes, is in action. The Irish Thunderdome, which is spilling out into Scotland at the moment. Like a sort of pub brawl that's going out onto the street. Hey, Puddin'. How you doing? His Majesty Colin is currently sprawled out on my lap, in case you didn't know. It's also why I'm scratching my nose a lot, because he's molting. Weather's warm, so it's fair everywhere. Suitable husband for Syagria Apollinaris. Timotheus Melduensis. He's 54 though. I mean, he's good looking apparently, but he's 50 now. Right, where? Oh, there he is. He's getting further and further away. This sneaky little. Also, what the hell are you guys doing here? Oh, I think I know what the problem is. I think I know what's going on. Never mind. I thought maybe the Franks, not the Saxons. I thought maybe the Franks were at war with the Visigoths, and that was causing some weird nonsense to happen. But no, for some reason we've got a Frankish army just marching around in my countryside, and I can't begin to imagine why they're doing that, unless it's because they're at war with the Saxons and they're trying to walk all the way down here. That might be it. That makes about the right amount of sense for Medieval 2's Dumb as a Box of Rocks campaign AI. How's this going? 6 turns remaining.
By your will,
Queue up a few more siege towers.
Engage, keeping a keen vigil
At your service.
And beyond, his pop growth is flatlined, it looks like. Public order's not looking fantastic either. So let's build that. Same deal over here, really, actually. Apparently not going to help very much. What about an arena? Well, public order is fine, admittedly, in this place, so it hardly matters that much. The slavers market? Might as well. We need to keep the cash flowing in.
Hail, my king.
Right.
With honor, sire.
Those brigands.
With honor, sire.
Here they are, trying to make their escape. It's more Batavians.
As you command, my liege. An honorable,
Those damnable Batavians again. Alright, this formation honestly looks fine. I think I'll move you guys out to the flank. Forward march! Go, my little Germanic spear peasants. This will be pretty straightforward, really. Just pelt them with arrows. Engage them in melee. Rear charge with the biscuit eaters. Job done. Oh, here we go. You guys aren't in javelin range, are you? Oh, you are. Shit. Goodbye, archers. It was nice knowing you. They're just basic bitch archers, to be fair. It's nothing we can't retrain with virtually no expense. You guys gonna charge properly? You are.
The enemy army
Wow,
flees the
and there we go. We're done. Do. It's their leader dead.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men
Lovely.
of
We
great
lost
virtue
24
and
men
valor.
there. All of them archers. 4 of them were healed, at least, but still. I let the enemy get a bit too close there. That was foolish. I was feeling impatient, I guess.
By God's will, we have
Very good.
triumphed. Yes, noble sire.
We'll send you back to
We
Soissons
can go no further, my lord.
next time.
Sire,
You
without question, sire.
are trying to find the bloody river Franks, aren't you?
As you wish.
There they are.
Yes, sire. What is it you wish to
Trade
discuss?
rights.
I accept this. Another proposition.
Map info?
We're happy to listen. This seems quite a pleasure.
Lovely.
Was all ours. Farewell.
Mission success. 4 units of Contari Lancers at your capital.
Command me. Orders.
I don't know how much I really want 2 grand's worth of upkeep. I mean, Contari Lancers are actually not bad. Oh, new people encounter the Frisians. A northern Germanic people, the Frisians, are one of many nations that are on the move. They have taken the name of a since disappeared people whose homeland they have repopulated, the ancient Frisi. They are a warlike people. And also the Thuringians. I think we're technically at war with the Thuringians, is the funny thing. Ever since the battle with Attila at the start of the campaign. And judging by this map, I would say, yeah, it looks like the River Franks have kind of been moving south. I think they've probably only recently arrived in this region, which is why we've only just now gotten the message from the Council of Nobles to engage in diplomacy with them. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these lancers for now. They could be useful. I think as long as the budget will allow, I'm gonna hold on to them for a little bit longer. Meanwhile, up in northern Britain,
Your order.
Is there something I can do for you, noble lord?
we've already talked to you, haven't we?
Farewell,
As you wish. Yes, sire.
We're
Tomorrow's
looking
journey
for... I'm not
planned
sure who
out,
else we're
sire.
looking for at the moment, actually.
I shall continue tomorrow, sire.
We've talked to most of the factions up here. Maybe we can go look for the Picts, I suppose. Alright. Save the game. End turn. Alright. What are you doing, Franks? Marching in a little diplomat down south. I won't assassinate him. Tempting as it is. And then this guy, still marching south. They must be on their way to the Saxons in the south or something. It's the only explanation I can think of for what they're up to. Visigoths are marching around down in the south. These guys are continuing to make their way east. (471 AD), consulship of Novus and Provincial, an Ostrogothic revolt led by a new and virulent king named Theodoric. Mark that name, we'll be hearing more about him. Occurred in Thrace, but the uprising was suppressed after Leo sends trusty Basiliscus to suppress them. We also hear that Gennadius, Bishop of Constantinople, did die and was succeeded as patriarch by Acacius. In the west, the Visigoths under Euric conquered a large part of southern Gaul. Alright, blockade port. That one over there. I mean, no. Coming of age. Annianus Syagrius. Look at this wee lad. 16 years old. Outstanding speaker. Dislikes attacking walls. Orthodox. Acting as governor of Soissons at the moment. Afranius is a younger brother. Probably also heir to the throne, I would guess. Who is currently? No, wait, Hieronymus is heir, isn't he? Honestly, that's fine. Hieronymus is pretty decent. We're taking a very Roman approach to monarchy here. We're basically electing a lesser, well, not electing, but just choosing a successor rather than doing the primogeniture thing. Alright, what do we want to build next over in Constantia? Could build a... I was going to say we could build an Orthodox church, but actually it's surprisingly expensive to do so. Let's get workshops, because they give you a little bit of a law bonus in addition to money. I feel like pretty soon, if not already actually, this place should have calmed down just about enough for us to leave a small garrison behind and move on.
As you wish.
Yeah, pretty much
Hail,
actually.
my king.
So you guys,
Yes.
onwards to
We shall
Redonis,
continue tomorrow.
still Saxon fort in the wilderness.
Ships ready.
Meanwhile, in Paris, we're still retraining dudes, aren't we? Did Laborius get a upgrade? I think he's got a silver chevron now, so it looks like he got a little bit of an upgrade from the retraining. Could reinforce his little army with some of those lancers, actually. It's weird that neither of the characters are in the first slot.
And my liege.
It's
Yes,
really
sire.
weird. But whatever. Five more turns for this siege.
Hail, my king.
Connoisseur. Fruitful. Risk taker. Yeah, for sure. This is pretty risky what he's doing right now, actually. Political animal. Duke of the Romans. Flexible. A pious man and an engineer. Not a bad choice for running a siege, I suppose. See, it'd be nice. This is an example of why it'd be nice if this game had a... If this mod, rather, had a supply system in the traits. Because one of the things I like about EB2's supply system is that running a siege and campaigning in enemy territory runs an army's supplies down. And as they get run down further and further, the morale of the army goes down and down and down. So when you actually fight a battle, their morale can be quite low because they're basically starving to death.
Yes, noble.
And a
sire.
particularly protracted siege will basically essentially have the same effect. If you have to wait down like 10 turns or something for a siege, by the end of it, the whole attacking army is just like their morale is shot to ribbons because their supplies have run out. Now, admittedly, in real life, they probably have wagons supplying the army that's besieging the town, so they don't exactly starve, but at the same time, their morale would probably be low from all the disease and privation of living in the siege camp for years at that point.
My liege.
What's it called? Stainless Steel Historical Improvement Project has a system like that as well, which I really enjoy. I think army morale as a concept is something that has been overlooked in Total War games a lot. That's something they should really look at a bit more. Like, if you're marching an army constantly, turn after turn after turn across the countryside, like, their morale should probably suffer. Like, you know, by the time they finally get to a battle, like, they should be in a worse position to fight it. Maybe they should start off fatigued or start off with a big morale debuff or something, but that's something you do get with that trait system in Stainless Steel and an EB2, which is pretty cool, I think.
My liege.
Abbot and a poet as well, this guy.
Yes, noble sire.
Right. Notice this big stack of Franks.
and well met, mon ami.
You guys gonna help with the siege? Or are you gonna attack me out of spite? Who knows? Oh. They've almost caught up with that damn merchant. Alright, what you guys gonna do? Not much, as it turns out. Alright, you guys back to Soissons. Retrain those archers that got a bit clobbered. I love that Eboricum is still somehow surviving in the midst of all this. That poor faction usually gets utterly squished. Get some more retraining done. And you... I'm gonna...
Yes, my
oh, for fuck's sake. Get out of the way!
salutations, honored lord.
Great, that's my movement
Not
blocked for a
possible,
turn just because you guys were standing there like idiots. Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.
My lord.
My liege.
Ugh, I hate that zone of control thing that Medieval 2 has. It's quite an irritating mechanic.
Hail, my
Oh well.
king. With honor, sire. Yes. Ships ready.
Okay, 4 more turns remaining on that siege. Where's my assassin? There he is. Time to die. Yeah. Lovely. Retinue expands. A poisoner. +2 to agent skill. He's getting real good, isn't he? He's almost getting into, like, could assassinate a faction leader territory. His skill level's through the friggin' roof right now. Ooh, I see another one. Check it out.
Moving to
Fresh
position.
prey.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
Just murdering merchants to gain XP. Love it.
An honor, sire.
God's servant.
This town is 93% Orthodox now. and yet still has massive religious unrest. Nothing I can do can please this place. And the same deal over here with Karakotnum. Although actually, no, I say that Karakotnum's religious unrest is finally buggered off. It's left.
Yes, Your Highness.
It's finally stopped. At long bloody last. I'm amazed. I don't believe it.
Your will, sire.
I was going to save that because there was a bit of a weird stutter.
I have nothing.
Still
to
haven't
say
killed
to
off
you,
Frankie, have we?
Scum.
Alright,
Yes,
I don't think there's much else to
sire.
do this turn except for maybe move my diplomat up in northern Britain a bit more.
Your Majesty. As you wish. Yes, sire.
I don't really
Without
know where he's going at
question,
this
sire.
point.
My lord. I shall continue tomorrow,
Still
sire.
deep in Strathclyde territory at the moment, aren't we? Oh look, here's where the Frisians are hanging out. I was like, oh wait, no, that's the Jutes. The Jutes control these little islands here. Where are the Frisians then? They're further over this way. Looks like. And then the other Saxons, they're over here. The River Franks have a lot of territory, don't they? Bloody hell.
Need someone removed, sir.
Okay. Franks are moving again. As that damn merchant. For each one of their merchants who falls, 10 more shall take their place. That's their diplomat. He's obviously looks like he's off to talk to the Visigoths, perhaps. The Danes. I forgot the Danes are a faction in this mod. What are you doing, you Visigoths? What are you up to? Stop hanging out at my border like that. I mean, you can't cross there because there's a river in the way, but still. 472. Consulship of Festus and Marcianus. The ground shakes, the skies turn to blood, and men sense that the end must soon be near. Rome is convulsed as the Magister Militum Ricimer declares war upon the Emperor Anthemius. Epiphanius, Bishop of Pavia, attempts to negotiate between them, but soon civil war in Italy breaks out. Anthemius is besieged in the part of Rome he controls until his troops desert him. He is caught while fleeing the city, disguised as a supplicant, and later beheaded. Ricimer then proclaimed Olybrius, noble husband of Placidia, the daughter of Valentinian, the new emperor. It was, however, his final act, as the brute died less than 2 months later at his palace, the victim of malignant fever, not a moment too fucking soon, vomiting blood. In his stead, the Burgundian general Gundobad assumed command of the Western army. This new order was clearly not meant to last, as the new emperor Olybrius died after a reign of just 4 months. Gundobad, a heathen, now rules Italy in the face of a wrathful god. Vesuvius erupts, and the whole world is covered with such darkness that day turns into night, and men are doubtful as to which way to walk. Manifest are the prayers that good men send to heaven. Coming of age. Proculus has come of age. There he is. Plain, restrained, careful with money, calm, firm personal morality. He looks like he'll make an ideal governor. More Irish stuff happening. We retrained all those archers, didn't we? I say we retrained them, but I think we just upgraded their armor. We haven't actually replenished their numbers. Because we can't, because of the quirk of our Roman recruiting system, because we have a, where is it? I can never remember what the icons are. But because we have a high-level barracks in Soissons at the moment, it means we actually can't recruit or retrain the lower levels of archers. We can only do the heavy archers. So That's weird, and it is what it is. That's just the way the Roman recruiting system works. As I said, at some point, I forget when the pop-up originally said at the beginning of the campaign, at some point, after Rome falls, the our entire recruitment roster will change.
Orders.
And that won't be a problem anymore.
An honor,
All right.
sire.
Oh, some
As you
loose
will,
random
my
Saxons to murder.
Glory.
Let's just auto
honor,
resolve that, shall we? Men lost
victory.
0. That's what I like to see. Execute them. Execute them at once.
My liege.
All right. We're within a stone's throw of the fort now. Brilliant. John has done a Johnny boy down here. He's done a
Hail,
great
my
job.
king.
He's done a pretty good job. He's brought a lot of Western Gaul back into the fold. He's pretty much succeeded where Frankish
Was that your best
abysmally
shot?
failed. He was started off all right, did Frankish, but then his fealty went down to 0 and he turned into a bandit.
I have nothing to say to you.
Yeah, he's now a
scout.
bandit warlord with a wilderness prophet in his entourage, living in a watchtower on the road north from Kenemanos.
Sire.
Having a staring contest with my 13 Germanic spearbearers who are encamped nearby to keep an eye on him. It's so absurd. I love it. No, there wasn't a character staring down Frankie, no. It's just this little unit of spearbearers the entire time.
My liege.
Meanwhile, over here, there's 3 more turns of this siege remaining. Make a great novel. These old medieval 2 and Rome 1 mods, they had a lot of emergent storytelling in them. It's part of the reason they were so damn good. Some of the old after action reports you used to read about these games on the Total War forums back in the day were so good. There was one where my favorite of all of them was called At the Limes. It was written by a user called Senior Batavian Horse. And it could have been a novel. It was brilliant. It was basically like the entire focus of the AAR was not on he was playing as the Western Roman Empire, but he didn't focus his narrative on the entire empire. What he did is he focused his narrative on a singular province within the Western Roman Empire and all the characters and armies that were within it and what they got up to. I think it was Raetia Secunda or something over in the Alps down here, or up here somewhere. It was around this sort of region, down here, I think. And it was marvelous. It was so well written. He obviously knew a lot about the subject in terms of the history, but also he was just really good at turning all the little in-game events into a coherent narrative.
Hail, my king.
Bloody brilliant. One of these days, I should friggin' download that old AR. I'll go find it on Google and download it before the old Total War forums finally disappear from the internet, so that it's saved somewhere.
Fleet ready, sire.
But those old AARs, they were very much the whole sort of inspiration for how I choose to play Total War games. Where I focus on the narrative and the story
Yes,
and the role-playing
noble
elements
sire.
rather than just ruffle-stomping the AI as efficiently as possible with all the doom stacks.
Hail, my king.
Oh, I forgot to move my Mertus. Damn it, that merchant's getting away. Oh, that was a Frisian fleet there, I think, was it? Or was that a Jutish one? I forget. Okay, one of the last Morrowind mod holdouts died last year. Was it? Which one was it? Was it Great House Fligety, or was it one of the other ones? I forget. But yeah, a lot of those old sites are disappearing from the internet now, aren't they?
Who do you want dead?
Makes me a little sad. Don't know where that merchant's gone now. Curses. Damn him. Could just try and assassinate this war leader here. He's just a random captain. He's not a proper character. Right, Mamertus, just you, I don't know, you You can hang out around here, around Albiani. We spot that merchant again. I'll send you off to go kill him. Wondering if I should recruit another onager unit and send it on a boat up to meet Afranius to assist him with the siege. But might be a bit late. I think the siege probably be over by the time they get up there now. Plus 800 upkeep. Ouch. Alright, there's not a lot left to do in the retraining department, is there?
Yes.
So now the question is, what do we do with you, Laborious?
Yes, noble
What
sire.
do we do with you? Where should we send you?
My liege. Yes, sire. Yes, my liege. This tower will keep vigil over the lands. With honor, sire. We can go no further.
Archaeanus is continuing to build
An
towers
honor, sire.
everywhere, which is fine. Can we build a little... Does Kenomanus already have a port, or can we build one somewhere up here? Like a ship, not really so much a port, but like a... Yeah. Not a... Okay, not a wharf. What am I looking for? Like a shipbuilder. Shipbuilding. Requires a wharf. Oh, you gotta build the wharf first. Okay, right. Because then I can recruit some ships and send them down the river here and do a little bit of river travel. We could get units to and from across this, which would help a lot. Probably something we should consider. Unfortunately, we cannot afford it right now. All right. Lay
Yes,
siege!
noble sire. By your will, sire, we shall engage.
Hill
Yes,
fort,
sire.
level 2 fort.
We shall
I wonder if it's going to have a
prevail.
cool, unique
Besieging
battle
army
map
at your
for a hill
command,
fort
sire.
when we assault it.
My liege.
We'll find out, I guess. Okay, I don't think I'm going to spend any more dosh this turn. I'm going to save it up and spend it on that wharf next turn.
Yes, noble sire.
2 more turns until surrender up there. So far, so good. A lot of campaign map gameplay today, not a lot in the way of actual battles. I apologize, everybody, but it's just the way this campaign is at the moment. Let's do a dramatic reading of that AR as a video series. I don't think so. I feel like I'd have to ask the guy's permission first. Okay, somebody just died. Went by too fast for me to notice who it was. Mori modding history, kick bucket. Oh, gotcha. It's just Nexus in the web archive now. Man. The old internet is dying. I miss the old internet. I miss forums. It was all together far more civilized. Now it's all just Discord servers. Even the like Lord of the Rings online server I still occasionally play on these days. It's the only MMO I've ever kept up with over the years, really, aside from occasionally dipping back into WoW. But even the Lord of the Rings Online server I play on has moved over to a Discord server now, 90%, instead of using the forum. If you feel that way, just don't monetize it. No, it's not about monetization, mate. It's about having permission from another creator to do something with their work. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'd be perfectly fine with somebody, like, doing shit with my creative endeavors and just giving themselves carte blanche as long as they don't monetize it. Like, no. Sorry, but that's not how this works. I've got cat fur everywhere right now. Driving me bloody nuts. Colin, my friend. Alright, St. Tidfil emerges. Tidfil was the daughter of King Brycon, half Irish, half Welsh ruler of Garth Madron, reckoned today. Brycon had 4 wives and several concubines and was said to have had 11 sons and 25 daughters. Tidfil was his 23rd daughter by his 4th wife. Most of Brycon's children were well educated and went on to live deeply religious lives, founding churches all over Wales, Cornwall and Brittany, and were known for the Wandering Saints. St. Tidfil has chosen as her home the Taff River Valley, sparsely populated by farmers and their families. She is known for her compassion and healing skills, and as she nurses both sick humans and animals. Her home includes a hospice, outhouses, and a scriptorium. There she lives quietly, bringing hope and support to the people of the Taff Valley. Well, finally some fucking good news somewhere out in this dreadful world. 473 AD, consulship of Leo without colleague. In Rome, the lowly Glycerius is declared Emperor of the West by the tyrant Gundobad. Emperor Leo in the East refuses to recognize him and chooses Julius Nepos as his candidate for the Western throne. The Ostrogoths leave Pannonia, migrate to Macedonia and Moesia, from where they ravage the Balkans. King Euric of the Visigoths orders the invasion of Italy, but at great surprise he is defeated by Glycerius, forcing the Visigoths to withdraw to Gaul. Gundobad takes his leave of Italy. And more Irish nonsense is occurring. Alright, 1 turn remaining for this. And Kanamanos, right. Let's build a wharf. Because, yeah, getting some river travel going down here would be very, very convenient. It would offer us an avenue of attack to try and maybe get Andicarvis back off the Saxons as well. Potentially. I think Marcianus might be up for that job. We'd need to provide him with some additional units, probably some mercenaries to, you know, flesh out his stack a little bit in terms of numbers, but it's very much a thing he could potentially do. If not, actually, for that matter,
An honor, sire.
old Johnny Boy. They could join forces, the two of them. Oh, hello.
If it is a fight you wish, come closer.
War leader Offa and his little gaggle of Saxons on the other side of this river have appeared.
Hail, my king.
Interesting. 2 turns left on that siege. This is the Roman remnants. Yes, it is. We're playing as, well, effectively the Duchy of Soissons, the Roman rump state in Gaul, which briefly outlived the fall of the Western Empire. Not by very long. It got squished into lots of tiny little pieces by the Franks, who, in any moment now, I'm sure, as we edge closer and closer to 476 AD, the Franks up here, they're probably going to betray us and attack us. They've got a lot of armies built up. Currently, we're technically allied with them, but, you know, it's not looking great. We've got the Visigoths in the south as well, although we are currently allied with the Visigoths. I decided to make friends with them rather than try and fight them. And our chief efforts at the moment are trying to eradicate the Saxon presence on the continent, because they've been a thorn in our side the entire campaign. Maybe we should begin redeploying forces to the east just in case. We could a little bit, but I don't want to overdo it. You know, I don't want to do the equivalent of playing Hearts of Iron and lining up your massive amount of troops on the border with Germany as the Soviet Union right before Barbarossa is due to go off. It's like, yeah, okay, we could do that, but it's not really in the spirit of the history, is it? Having said that, we do have Afranius up here who is trying to take down the Saxon city, and
Hail my king.
Laborius could probably start making his way up towards Ambiani. We've got a little bit of we got some troops in Soissons as well, so we have like three quarter stacks, let's call them, in this neck of the woods at the moment, which we'll probably have to do. We could get Marcianus up there as well, but it's going to be rough when it happens, man. It's going to be rough. There's a lot of Franks. Their economy, like, I think they're still #1 for economy in the world at the moment, if I recall. Financial ranking. Yeah, they've got really stupid amounts of money, and I don't know how. It must be through scripts. But the Franks have a ludicrous amount of dosh. My biggest worry is that when they do betray us, there'll be a scripted thing. As I said before, there'll be a scripted event, and yeah, they'll get like a bunch of full stack armies spawn on our border. That's what I'm worried about, something like that happening. I don't know for sure if that will happen. I hope it doesn't. But it'd be pretty typical for the experience of this campaign so far, for that to be the thing that happens. They suddenly turn a war at us with us, and boom, 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 boom. Suddenly, script spawn stacks everywhere. I could see that happening, and that would be... I don't know what we would do about that, honestly. That might be the end of the campaign at that point, because we physically cannot afford any more troops than we currently have. What's your faction's advantages and disadvantages in terms of army? I don't think we have a lot of advantages, to be honest with you, mate. Advantages are that our main legionaries, in the odd places we can recruit them, have pretty decent stats, but the disadvantage is that they cost a ludicrous amount of money to upkeep. So, yeah. And honestly, they're not even that much better than the top tier barbarian units.
I am your ally and your friend.
So there aren't a lot of advantages to playing as the Romans in this mod. Basically, we suck. Because historically, they sucked in this period. And so therefore, we suck in the game. And there's not a lot to be done about it. It's just a challenge to see how long we can survive for, really. Oh, the cat's getting fidgety. What's up, buddy? It's just past 8 o'clock, isn't it? You're probably getting hungry, aren't you, fella? You're probably getting hungry, little dude. Advantages, Rome is cool. Disadvantages, everything else, yeah. Medieval 2, there is usually pros and cons and faction description. Oh, do you want to see that? Do you want to see the pros and cons faction description? I'll show you, though. Bloody hell. This is going to make you laugh. I'll just drop a save, call it Rome Disaster 1. Here we go. Strategic difficulty hopeless. Financial situation hemorrhaging cash. Advantages: excellent mixture of all Roman troop types, large urbanized realm. Disadvantages: ambitious foederati, economic troubles, plagues, disloyal magistrates, barbarian invasions, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah. Our advantage is that our troops don't completely suck, and we have quite a lot of relatively large cities. Disadvantages: everything you could possibly imagine.
An honor, sire.
The biggest challenge, quite honestly, has been that there are lots of scripted events in which huge barbarian armies just start spawning everywhere. We lost pretty much the southern chunk of the map to the Visigoths because they appeared as a scripted event at the southern edge of the map, somewhere around the 460s, and they had like 6 or 7 full stacks, and there was nothing I could do to stop them. So I basically gave them one of my cities for free in exchange for a ceasefire, and then later we've managed to form an alliance with them. Then there was the Burgundians before that, who turned up out of the blue outside a couple of my cities and took them as well. I think we lost Aurelianus and Senones to the Burgundians, didn't we? And then there's the Saxons, who occasionally like to turn up. They took Andicarvis off us down here when they turned up with a full stack. I think it was 2 full stacks, actually. So, yeah.
Yes, noble sire.
All right, one more turn until this is done. We're probably in the stream with this battle here. Oh, I forgot to use move Marcianus, apparently.
There is no glory in hiding like this, my lord.
It's just hiding in the woods. If it went for the scripted invasions, it would be fairly doable. If it went for the scripted invasions, it would be downright too easy, I think, to be honest, Django. The scripted invasions are what provides the challenge. Here we go. Another sally forth battle. Alright, I think their numbers have been cut in half by starvation, so this should be relatively straightforward.
Glory to your name, sire! We attack!
Units, await my orders.
All right. Wow, we do not have a lot of missile units in this army, do we? We should probably address that at some point. We have like 1 unit of archers and 1 unit of slingers, and that's it. Alright, here come the Saxons, spilling forth from the gates. We're ready to meet them. Oh, slingers are already doing the thing. The archers, for some reason, are using fire arrows. You really shouldn't be. Love the slingers. These guys are fantastic, because sling bullets in this mod are armor piercing, which means that these guys can be quite devastating, as they would have been in real life. The cat's up and about, by the way, in case that wasn't obvious. There's something wonderful about watching Saxons get murdered, though, in this. I do take a distinct pleasure from murdering these guys. They've just been so irritating this entire campaign. And they've irritated me in other campaigns too when I've been playing as British factions. When I've been playing as the Britons, the Saxons have been a pain in my ass in those campaigns as well, so... I have many reasons to hate the Saxons. Alright, so far so good. Oh, Jesus, what's happening over here? Oh, they sent a random unit of spearmen to go and poke my cavalry. They do like to do that, they're sneaky.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
The Saxons have like no cavalry, so they have this weird habit of using their infantry in a cavalry role on the flanks. And it catches me off guard sometimes. Right. Let's get you guys turned around and charge straight into their front. They're just peasants, so I think we should be able to, provided you guys actually charge properly. Which you didn't. That was a disastrous charge. That was rubbish. Fucking hell, guys. Get it together. Need to spend more time on the drill square. Abysmal display. I hear a lot of dying horses there. I'm not a fan of how this is shaken out at the moment.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost.
I'm going to get you out of there,
men.
Afranius, before you end up dying, because that would be just typical for this campaign. For you to just drop dead at the moment of your triumph. These promoted cavalry, on the other hand, I'm not quite so... I don't care quite so much about these guys surviving. Yeah, you're not going anywhere, you annoying spear bearers. I thought I told you guys to withdraw. Disobedient cavalry. There's not a lot of enemies left here, is there? These guys are ours. They're our settler freemen mercenaries, cutting down the rest of the spear host. There's only 4 of these promoted cavalry left. Jesus. Promoted cavalry not very good. They're a pretty trash tier unit. Over here. Lord Men's bodyguard. Oh. The Saxon general somehow managed to get into the back and is now killing my slingers. How the hell did we let that happen? Sneaky bastard. Maybe he's trying to get my general. I'm not sure. Such a tiny unit, I didn't see it. Yeah, move, come on. Get a shift on. Still aren't breaking, are they? You guys gonna charge properly? Yay! Well done. Alright, well, they've closed the gates. So somebody's going to have to go get the battering ram. And that someone is you hireling infantry. Congrats.
By St. George, our men have slain the enemy general.
There we go.
Without him,
Finally.
his troops will lose their will to fight.
Swayfraid of the Elingus. Well, you're dead now, Swayfraid. Saxon scum. You guys have gotten kind of merged into one there, haven't you? Alright. Fit to work. Who are the archers even shooting at the moment? Oh, they're probably shooting these guys running away, aren't they? Tell you what. If we send the Lombards to chase them in, we could probably get inside while the gate's open. Save us some bother. Go on, open the gates. You know you want to. Are they just going to stand there and die? Looks like they're just going to stand there and die. And now pathfinding bullshit will occur. Come on, guys. They're right there. Just go and kill them. Stab, stab, stab. There we go. Alright, here comes the ramp. Sorry, mercenaries, you get to go in first because you're expendable. One of my guys has just stood there still. Why? Why are you doing this? Go. Go on, shoot.
Our men have reached the gate with the battering ram. Our men have done well. The gates have fallen.
Alright, in you go.
The enemy army
Ah,
flees the fleet.
excellent.
All of
There we go.
Christendom will be
That'll do.
awed by the victory we have won here today.
94 men lost, some of which were healed, just a handful. And we gained a new city. Sneakily stolen out under the nose of the Franks. Don't mind if I do.
An honorable, glorious victory. My lord, our courage and honor have conquered.
So the Goths are marching back west. Bastion of civilization. That's us, apparently. Alright.
My liege.
Oh, shit. Hello. There are actually some river crossings down here. I didn't even notice this. Well, I guess we didn't need those boats in the end, although they could still help. However, there is that massive Saxon fleet just sat there. I forgot about that. Yeah.
An honor, sire.
Right, you just build a watchtower and start
This
making your
tower will
way
keep vigil over the lands.
back up north.
Yes.
Archaeanus. Bastion of civilization. We have the most toilets. Yes, we do. We also have the best roads. One little quirk of the Romans in this mod is that I think they're possibly the only faction in the game that can make paved roads. Everyone else has to make do with dirt and wooden ones. I think we're also the only faction that can build stone walls. I think everyone else is limited to wooden ones as well.
Hail, my king!
Brilliant. All right, one more turn till that place surrenders as well. But we took Tijuana. It's ours. I mean, it's in a bit of a state. Good grief. Is it in a bit of a state? But it's ours. And it's a relatively wealthy town as well. 2.8 grand, nearly 2.9 grand extra in the bank every turn for this place. Only problem is, the Franks have pretty solidly converted it over to heathenism, which is not so good. Is there do they have a pagan religious building here somewhere I can demolish? Although, they've got an Aryan shrine, which makes no damn sense. Because it's like 6% Aryan. I don't know what that's about. I'll just demolish that. I wonder if it's worth trying to convert this place to Christianity, or whether we should just let it be heathen and save ourselves some bother. Because it might just increase the religious unrest if we try and convert it. Are the Franks Aryan? I don't think so, no. The Goths are. The Goths are Aryan Christians, but the Franks aren't. They still worship fucking Wodan and all that. At this point in history. But the AI obviously doesn't give a crap about that. It doesn't give two hoots. The AI decided, screw it, we're Aryan now.
Yes, my liege.
Ships ready. Set sail.
Actually, this is a really good settlement. I'm glad we managed to snipe this. That's a real win in the win column for us. Bloody good stuff.
Where to, sire?
So we can set up some more watchtowers and do a bit more spying over here.
With discretion, sire. Approaching.
Keep an eye on them Franks.
I am your
There's so many of them though. Look at all these armies, man. Look at them all. And they're all going to be turning on us sooner or later. So we continue building some stuff in this town to try and make it not suck. Is there any more public order buildings? Yeah, it's the Commerce Civitatis Villa, I suppose. Provincial Ducks as well. That's a big one, actually. 4 turns, 3 grand. Big bonus to public order. Yeah, let's do that. Provincial Ducks. Although actually, nothing public order related has popped up. The villa though does give you a bit, so I guess we'll do that.
Yes, Majesty.
An honor, sire.
Right, laborious. I'm gonna send you, up here. You can hang out at Ambiani, or better yet, you could hang out in the little fort next to it.
Yes, sire.
In preparation for the inevitable Frankish betrayal, which seems to be getting closer and closer. Assuming it does happen. I mean, I guess I'm assuming there's a scripted event that causes them to betray us. But there might not be.
Sire.
It would seem a bit foolish, though, to plan on there not being an event.
Yes.
I think I'd rather plan around the fact that we can count on them to betray us. And then be potentially pleasantly surprised if it doesn't happen. Thing is, if it doesn't happen, I'm wondering what my game plan is then now. Like, I suppose keep conquering what's left of Western Gaul over here, drive out the Saxons. I'd be content to leave the Cornubians and Dumnonians alone. And then we probably turn east and then backstab the Franks instead. Reverse Uno. Start the process of marching back to the Rhine. That's going to be a long walk. The Rhine's all the way over here. So... Alternatively, I suppose you could hop across to the other side of the channel and begin a little bit of a reconquest of Britain. I don't know if the Saxons have a lot in the way of territory over in Britain. They've got a little bit, you can see there. They've probably got a few towns down in the south. We could snipe away from them, and that would give us a foothold back in Britannia. But I think priority goal number one at the moment is, as Django has said, drowning the Saxons. Push them back into the sea where they belong, and then we can think about what we want to do after that. The Visigoths I don't think we're ever really going to deal with, because they, even if you eradicate them, they're scripted to respawn again. Endlessly. So, it's trying to drive them out seems kind of pointless. Waiting to see how much of a shit show 476 and the Fall of Rome will cause. Yeah. I don't think we might not see any massive changes immediately. I think it takes a while for our unit roster to change. Something in my brain is telling me our unit roster changes starting in the next century. I can only vaguely remember what the explanation text said in the pop-up because it was weeks ago now, but I think our unit roster change happens at the beginning of the 6th century. But I think the chief thing will be once that happens, you know, more scripted nonsense may start occurring, a bit like we had with the Burgundians once Majorian died, and then suddenly there was Burgundians everywhere. I'm expecting more in the way of that kind of nonsense to happen. Really.
My king.
So, oh, I'm sorry. Am I taking too long, Colin? He's meowing at me in the background. Because he's hungry, he wants his dinner. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna go. Arg. Feed me, Seymour. That's gonna be the save game for today. Ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this stream. The disaster campaign continues. We'll be back with it again next week, I think. Tomorrow's stream is going to be, I think at the moment, I'm thinking either we're going to be looking at U-Boat, which has finally come out of early access, or I'm going to be showing you an Empire Total War mod called Imperial Splendor. I don't know which I want to do at the moment. I haven't really decided yet. I may flip a coin tomorrow afternoon. Or put a poll up or something like that. Let people vote on what they'd like to see. We'll end up doing both in the fullness of time. The question is, what do I want to do first? So, yeah, I haven't decided what we're going to do tomorrow, but it's going to be one of those two, I think. So, right. In the meantime, have a good one. Enjoy what's left of your weekend, ladies and gentlemen. If you were watching this on YouTube, I'll catch up with your comments later. And for now, toodaloo, everybody. In fact, I'm just gonna see if who's streaming who we could raid. Who's streaming what we could raid? Zamalf is perfect. I've been waiting for this. I want to raid it. It's been ages since we've raided Zamalf, and he's currently playing XCOM Terror from the Deep, which is the amazingly, stupidly difficult expansion for the original XCOM. I've been watching him play it over the last couple of weeks, and it's been really entertaining, because Zamalf is really good at XCOM. He's really, really good. He's so good at XCOM, he once ended up in a PC Gamer article about it. He beat the Firaxis XCOM on maximum difficulty without losing a single squad member. He did the entire campaign on max difficulty without losing anybody. It was bananas. So I'm going to raid him. And I'll probably watch him for a bit after I fed the cat too, so. Right, ladies and gents, have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow. Toodaloo.